Hello everyone, PFC Balzer here, or Alderman Balzer, 11th Ward here in Chicago. I'm going to talk about all the documentation that was released on the JFK President Kennedy assassination, and there's still more to come. This isn't all of the documentation. There is still more documentation that's coming out, so we don't have the whole picture. But I want to talk about the assassination and what's out there now. Number one, in 1963, I was 13, young boy, and watched all of this on TV. Quite unbelievable still for me now to have witnessed this. The question becomes, was there a conspiracy with the Chicago outfit, or the Chicago mob mafia as it's called? Did the CIA know about the assassination, what was going to happen before it happened, or were they incompetent? They were allegedly following Oswald around for 6 months. You don't know what he's going to do? He meets with people. He's going to Moscow. He's going Mexico. He's going all over, and they had a paper on him. Was the CIA complicit in this? We don't know. You've got to wonder. I don't know. Another thing, as a Marine, the 3 shots that were fired by Oswald, allegedly, or whatever, that it were, in 8.3 seconds, and hit the target with that old Italian rifle, a Carcano. I don't know if it's possible. So that leaves open the grassy knoll theory. Was there another shooter involved in this conspiracy? Now, Sam Giancana had problems with the Kennedys. He didn't like them. This is what people know. He's allegedly to have said that they killed the wrong Kennedy. I don't know if that's true or not, if they have that tape or not. Sam Giancana also, they allege, was pivotal in helping President Kennedy get elected. He carried the Democrats carried a slim majority in Illinois, and I believe West Virginia. And they attribute that why Kennedy won was because of Sam Giancana and the mob's influence in the voting. Now, let me say this about Jack Ruby. I seen Jack Ruby kill Lee Harvey Oswald, or shoot him, on TV. Here's the question. How did Jack Ruby get into that police station that was so heavily guarded? Some people say he was helped. I don't know, but that's important. How did he get in without nobody knowing he had a gun? You can go on and on with this. The mob was also training anti-Castro people, because they had their casinos and everything were seized by Castro. So now it becomes, were they involved in trying to get the mob to assassinate Castro? That's been out there. And the CIA also has a long history with the mob. People forget this, but the CIA met with Lucky Luciano, and he helped the CIA in the invasion of Sicily. He played a key role in that helping the Allies invade Sicily. Now, again, with Jack Ruby, and this is important, how did he get into that police station? Ask yourself that question. He had a lot of connections. And again, like I said, he's alleged to have known Sam Giancana for years, literally years. He had a connection to the Chicago mob. It's really fascinating with all this. When you look at it, everything all put together. How did it happen? How were 3 shots fired in 8-point-something seconds with an old Italian rifle? And I trained with an M1 ITR. So I know these rifles are heavy, they're hard to maneuver, to come down, shoot, come down, shoot, come down, shoot. You got the bolt action. Very, very hard to do. Now, there's also this question of, they were asking about President Kennedy's brain. What happened to it? They were told it was lost. This is the way I'm understanding it. How do you lose that important piece of information? There's a lot of dots you've got to connect here, and you've got to ask yourself all these questions. The other question, Sam Giancana is killed. He left for Cuernavaca, Mexico. He was forced to come back to the United States. He was going to testify before the church committee regarding plots with the CIA to kill Castro and other things. He just gets killed. He gets killed 2 or 3 weeks before, maybe even less than that, before he was going to go before the committee. That's kind of hard to believe. And from what I understand, he had a lot of police that were guarding his house or watching after him. All of a sudden, from what I understand, I don't know if it's true or not, but they were pulled, which left an opening for someone to come in and kill Giancana. I don't know who did it. And again, back to the Warren Commission, or excuse me, the Warren Commission, the church committee. I'm sorry, let me go back. It's the church committee that he was going to appear before. He gets killed just before. Johnny Roselli gets killed. He was involved in it. Carlos Marcella is said to have, there's said to be tapes of Marcella talking in jail about the assassination of Kennedy, how the mob was involved in it. So you've got all these dots you've got to connect, try and connect, and we'll really never know the truth. But we should at least examine it. And I ask you this. Do you believe it was a conspiracy? Do you believe the mob was involved? Do you believe there was involvement with the CIA? If you do, please put a comment in about this. I'd love to hear what everyone has to say about this terrible part of our nation's history. So again, thank you, and please, if you believe in a conspiracy, please write it. If you don't, also write it, but post or leave the comments. Thank you. God bless America. Semper Fi.